Hello, students. Now I will give you the summary of the chapter Going Places. We have read the whole chapter. I explained you the whole chapter, and now it's time to give the summary of this chapter. Now, dear students, Sophie was a teenager who was filled with fantasies and a lot of desires, and she came from a poor financial background. And she dreamt a lot of owning a boutique one day, or being an actress or a fashion designer. But her friend Jancy actually believed that they were from a poor financial background, and they have to work, and they should work to actually work hard to be a part in a biscuit factory and make their future in a biscuit factory. Jancy, who is much more realistic, tries to actually pull Sophie, bring her to reality as she was a friend. She tries to bring Sophie in reality, but all in vain. Sophie lives in a small town with her parents, and the brothers of Sophie are Jeff and Derek. Jeff is elder than Sophie, and Derek is younger than Sophie. Though she voices her feelings and desires, and her parents don't believe because they, unlike her, are more mature and they know the harsh realities of life. Sophie finds a sort of fascination in her elder brother Jeff, who is much more tall, who is much more strong and handsome, and but much more reserved too. And she envies his silence and often wonders about his thoughts and the areas of life she doesn't know about anything. Then, my dear students, Sophie fantasizes about Danny Casey, who is her favorite footballer, an Irish football player, whom she had seen playing innumerable matches, and she made a story up and how she met him in the street and tells all this stuff to Jeff, her elder brother. Now, Jeff, who is much more sensible compared to Sophie, who is much more realistic, and Sophie does not realize actually that she is actually not doing the correct thing, and the brother Jeff also doesn't believe her. But when Sophie describes the meetings in all the details, he begins to bring hope, and just because he was also a lovely a fan of football, and that is why. And she tells him that Danny has promised to meet her somewhere again, and Sophie gets so pulled into the story that she made herself, and she herself begins to believe that also, that whatever she is making the stories, that old wild stories, that actually isn't true actually, and she tries to make it realize to her brother Jeff, and she waits for her, and she waits for this particular Irish player, and but obviously he never arrives, simply because it was as I told you, it was all just wild stories, there was no truth within it, and that is why. And he never arrives. And then she makes her way home, and wondering how her brother would actually be disappointed. That was all going in her mind, that he actually didn't come over there and never showed up for the meeting. And however, Sophie still fantasizes about her hero, which is Danny Casey, and believes he would definitely come to meet her, but that didn't happen, my dear students. Now, coming to the gist of the lesson in short again, if we see, this particular lesson explores the theme of adolescent fantasizing. And Sophie and Jancy are both in the last year of their high school, and both believe that they are destined to work in the biscuit factory, as they belong to a working class family and they are not rich people. Yet Sophie always dreamt of big and lovely things, beautiful things, things full of glamour and glory. Her ambitions were not rooted based to the reality, my dear students, and they had no relation with the harsh realities of life. And in contrast, if we see Jansi, who is her friend, she is much more realistic, she is much more practical. Now, Sophie lives in a male dominated society where her mother was only a shadow, and then men were football fans, and the conversations about the dinner table were simply about football and their fans whom they believed on, the heroes whom they believed on. And this is how Sophie loved talking about Danny Casey. We saw in this chapter, we read in this chapter. And Sophie wanted some attention from her father and brother, and telling them that she had met Danny Casey, and that was the way of drawing attention towards her, because she was living in a male-dominated society and nobody believed her. She wanted some attention on behalf of the brother and on behalf of the father, that they should be paying attention to her, but that didn't happen, and that is why she was found making these stories. But she tries her fantasies too far when we read this whole story. And when she starts to live in them, and this is one of the horrible things that she faced in her life. And this is how we come to the end of the summary and the gist of the lesson, Going Places by A.R. Barton. Thank you, students.